up, y'all? It's Marlon Whitfield, and you're tuned into the ITV Network. Listen, every week we work on bringing you guys somebody special, somebody unique right here from St. Louis, and today is no different. Today I have St. Louis legend, St. Louis superhero, my friend, Laurence Maroney. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me. What's going on?
I'm excited to have you here, man, because I've sat down and talked with you. You have a special, unique story to talk about, everything you've been through. Man, so I got to start here.
Okay.
What high school did you go to?
Normandy Senior High.
Let's go. Okay,
The Vikes.
The Vikes. So listen, man, you're special to St. Louis. You're a superhero here. You've been to the league. You've done so much. So talk to us a little bit about, man, you got drafted in 2006 to the NFL. What was that experience like, bro?
It was mind-blowing to say, like you say, coming from St. Louis and not really, seeing a lot of us make it to that level, you know what I'm saying? We have overpopulated when it comes to talent, and really just breaking through them barriers, and not just being labeled a talent and actually taking this talent to take it to the highest level. When I heard my name called, it was like unreal, you know what I'm saying? Because think about it, as kids, we all was kids and dreamed about it, you know what I'm saying? Whether we really believed it or not, we gonna play in the NFL, but to actually live out my dreams, it was truly a blessing.
Absolutely. I mean, again, it's rare to be able to do that. What was the first thing you wanted to buy when you got drafted?
A house.
There it is. So what was the first thing you did? So imagine this again. How old are you at this time?
Just turned 21.
Just turned 21, going into the league, about to make it was a 5-year deal?
5-year deal.
5-year deal. You got drafted to the Patriots?
Yes, 21st pick.
21st pick to the Patriots. So listen, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. You're going to the NFL.
Right.
Going to make all this money straight out of Normandy. This hasn't been done before. There's no blueprint. So how did you manage to kind of maneuver around once you got to the NFL? What was it like?
It was really trial and error, man. Honestly, like you said, really no blueprint. I didn't have a blueprint. I was really, learning everything on the fly. I didn't really know how to be a professional because I was never a professional. Really didn't have money managing skills because didn't have money to manage. So, when it comes from a financial literacy point, really was failing in that era. Only thing I did know how to do and did well, and that's continue playing the sport I love and playing ball. And so, you try to put your trust in building all these people around you, trying to decipher from the leeches and the snakes, with the hopes that, they'll protect you and handle all the things you don't know and allow me to continue to just focus on playing football.
Yeah. So how did they end up working out for?
It had its good and bad moments. Definitely was a victim. To me, I felt like, of the financial, things, the losses of the not knowing. And so, even with me getting millions of dollars, I didn't really know how to make these millions of dollars make money for me or, generate a revenue besides me playing football. And so, like, even my financial person wasn't really telling me about investments or investing in this and, you need to have a portfolio, that, and, so I didn't know. The first thing we gonna do is what we see on TV. We gonna go buy jewelry, we gonna buy cars, we gonna get about that Target and Walmart, we gonna get us some nice clothes, but that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know no better.
What do you feel like was your highest point in the league?
Besides getting drafted?
Yeah, when you got in the league again, you're doing your thing, you're proving that I'm supposed to be here. What do you feel like was the highest point?
Well, one of the highest points for sure was, not only making it to the Super Bowl, but scoring in the Super Bowl, man. It was funny the night before, because, I know this is the most watched game in the world, right? So I'm like, if I score, I got to have a touchdown celebration for the ages. Like, this, they going to remember me by this. And so I had about 10 different celebrations I had in my head, man. And once I scored and seen them flashy lights, I got blinded. I got lost in this. I forgot all the moves. I don't know what I did, man. I know I didn't do nothing I practiced.
It'd be like that, man. It'd be like, that's funny. So listen, 5 years in the league again. It's 2011. You were doing your thing up until this point. But then what happened?
Came home, finally finna go to the first concert of my life. Never been to a concert. Didn't really have the money to go to one. So I mean, it was a Rick Ross concert. I had 20 seats, 20 float seats. You know, I'm doing my big one. I'm trying to show my partners I'm the man. I'm about like 20 floor seats and end up getting pulled over with for allegedly drugs and weapons and really turned the whole night upside down. And I don't even think at that moment I realized how big or how powerful this incident was finna be. You know, to me, I'm like, oh, I know I ain't guilty. You know, I know I'm finna be booked and released. I'm not really, you know, understanding the magnitude of what's really finna blow back from this. And so, yeah, caught that little off the field troubles, and you know, that to me, I would label it as the start of the downfall.
Man, that's difficult, bro. So what? Again, you going through this issue. I would imagine this is one of the lowest points.
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet. We ain't hit low, but you know, cause like I say, you know, at that time we still had money. Life was still lifing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was the lockout, so it wasn't really no ball being played. So it wasn't a low. You know, it was just an unfortunate situation, but it wasn't the lowest point for me. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, oh yeah, when the league start back up, for sure, I know I'm finna get a chance to get on the team. I might not necessarily start, which is cool. You know, we all been there before. Ain't nothing wrong with a little hard work to get back there. But for sure, in my mind, I'm finna get on another team.
And then what happened? What?
Boy, I didn't even get a workout. You know, I moved down to Miami for like 3 years, trained every day, and couldn't even get a workout. You know what I'm saying? Forget a.
Because of the incident?
I can't prove it. You know what I'm saying? There's really nothing to really prove it, but it's like, what else could it be? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else could it be? Now, I'm not saying I had 1,000 yards every year, but my production was enough to warrant me a second deal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing that I can say, oh, yeah, it was because of this. Wow. You know, but in my eyes, that played a major part, especially you got to think about it at the time. We had a new Roger Goodell. I think he was retiring, and we was getting the new guy, and you know he being the new sheriff, and then I'm the only person that, you know, to get in trouble. So it's just the talk of the league right now. It's everywhere for 6 straight months. Wow. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they talked about.
Man, so that had to be like, again, going through mind like, this is crap. I can't get a workout.
Yeah, it was difficult. You know what I'm saying? It definitely was. It mentally, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, I'm a first rounder. Like, I can ball. Like, you know, I'm still young. You know, at this point, I'm just now finna turn 26.
So you hit this low point in your life in NFL. How did you turn this around? What happened?
I didn't. You know what I'm saying? You know, if we gonna tell it, we gonna tell it right. You know, we can't skip nothing. And so that, like I say, that really wasn't the low. Like, it was low just for the simple fact I couldn't get a workout. But, you know, around the end of 2014, I ended up losing my granny at the end of 13. And then about the middle, towards the end of 14, I ended up losing it all. And that's when the low come in. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, still in 11, 12, and most of 13, you know, I'm still spending, doing what I'm doing like I'm collecting a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, so honestly, life was still good to me, you know, until it wasn't. And so, like I say, around 14, that's when life got real, you know what I mean? And we had to start trying to figure out what's next.
When you started figuring it out, right, and you are kind of making your way come back, like what differences, like what things did you put into place? What changed? What turned around for you? What did you start doing?
Honestly, like I say, how they always say, things get worse before they get better. And so, you know, I was really lost, honestly, and was crying out for help, but just didn't know how. And pride was too prideful to honestly ask. You know what I'm saying? And honestly didn't know who to ask. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So looking at that, understanding where you are right now, right? You don't know who to ask. You're trying to figure it out. Now, what are you doing today? How did you create a foundation for people that are going through similar things that you went through? Can you want to bring them up out of that?
For sure. Like, I'm not no therapist, so I can't diagnose you, and I can just tell you my story and tell you some of the things that, you know, really helped me. But one of the main things I want to do is I want to provide the resources, because a lot of times our people, we can't get in these rooms to get the knowledge or to know the things we need to do. And so if we can't get in the room, then now I'm trying to create the room for my people, for my community, you know, so to have these resources so they are available, you know, when they are going through things, and can talk to therapy, life coaches, financial advisor if it's, you having financial troubles, trying to put gym owners in the room if you having weight issues, just trying to really put all these resources in the room for my community that normally wouldn't even have access to these resources.
So, man, this is awesome, man. I love what you're doing. Again, your story is so important to St. Louis because there's so many kids that are going through, again, issues like this, and now they get to see somebody that's turning it around, and you're successful, and it's not even using the NFL at this point, man. So, again, I appreciate you coming out to the show, man, sharing your story with us, man. And, again, keep it locked right here on the ITV Network. It's Marlon Whitfield here with Laurence Maroney, man. I appreciate you coming.
No, I appreciate you.